There's an industry in India bigger than the combined economies of Ecuador, Kenya, and Morocco, the Indian wedding industry. Around 11 million Indian weddings happen every single year. That's over 30,000 a day and 21 every minute. So as we are making this video right now, a wedding is being said yes to. And here's where it gets interesting. Each of these Indian weddings isn't a one-time expense. It's a dozens stacked on top of each other. For example, the gold, the outfit, the musician, the decorator, and even the DJ. Now multiply all of that into 11 million weddings and so many individuals working together, all of which add up to a $130 billion industry. And every single dollar or rupee traces back to just 4 words. Will you marry me? That's it. That's the whole engine. Once these words are uttered, families in India gather, get together, bring out their calculators, and make the most of their time in understanding and preparing a grand wedding budget that leads to a grand carnival. This extravaganza, involving decorators, musicians, jewelers, caterers, and even the DJs, all add up to a massive industry that is often more than many countries' GDP. So how does this extravagant celebration and grandeur turn into an ultimate celebration engine? Let's look at the friendly math behind this magic. The initial planning of all Indian weddings starts with something most relatable we tell ourselves. Let's keep it simple. But Indian weddings are far from simple. They are anything but simple. They're elaborate, celebratory, and all things amazing. In India, a wedding isn't just about two people. It's the coming together of the entire family, the neighborhood, the priests, all pulled into one celebration. And that vibe feels and looks like something else. Just one sentence usually passed down through generations, that a wedding happens once in a lifetime, so why not make it grand and unforgettable? And that one sentence and concept leads to a single day celebration to a multi-event celebration. So one single wedding day usually multiplies into 6 different events: an engagement, a haldi, a mehendi, a sangeet, a wedding, and a reception. And around 50,000 rupees of thoughtful extras per event, for example better lighting, a welcomed gift, or a chart counter, all add up to no less than around 3 to 4 lakh rupees. And this money isn't a waste, it's an investment. Indian weddings usually employ 200 to 300 people: florists, tailors, decorators, musicians, jewelers, caterers, and even drone pilots. And for a lot of small businesses and skilled artisans, an Indian wedding isn't just about an extra income. It's the income that carries them through the entire year. So with so many events and multiple people involved, where does all this money actually end up? One of the most primary investments in any Indian wedding is gold. And gold in Indian wedding isn't just a jewelry. It's a safety net, a legacy, and a mechanism that you can fall back on. Next is the outfit. A designer lehenga or a sherwani can cost as much as a brand new car. Often treasured through generations and passed down as family heirloom. Next is food. And food in any Indian wedding isn't just about a mere catering business. It's hospitality at its finest. Nobody remembers if the chair covers match the theme, but a good jalebi counter or a tasty chicken butter masala is what multiple people often fondly remember for years at every wedding that follows. Next is photography. Years ago, photography in Indian weddings used to mean one dusty album kept on a shelf. But today, photography is about drone shots, cinematic trailers, and reels, often that serve as mini movies. And if you're thinking that the gold, outfit, food, and the photography are enough in any Indian wedding, you're wrong. Indian weddings have found a brand new playground: destination wedding. So what do destination weddings mean in India? Well, the local banquet hall is lovely though. But today, couples often dream about organizing their weddings in lakeside resorts in Udaipur or palaces in Rajasthan or at beaches in Goa. A 100-room luxury resort booked for 3 days can often add up to a total of 30 to 40 lakh rupees alone for the venue. Now add to that flights, pickups and welcome gifts, and you're easily into the crore territory. At this point, a wedding planner becomes something special. Part travel agent, part event organizer, and part trusted friend who makes the impossible feel effortless. And with all this gold, grandeur, and palaces combined, you must be thinking that Indian weddings run purely on money. But here's the part that spreadsheets never capture. There's a quiet moment at every Indian wedding that says it all. While the guests gradually head home, the music fades, and it's late at night, a father usually stands near the empty stage, thinking about the tiny footsteps and the tiny hands that once held his hand. Usually at these moments, fathers don't think about the kind of investments or the grandeur that went into making the wedding a success. It is at these moments that it all makes sense. At these moments, he realizes that he has paid for something far more valuable by bringing everyone together into one unforgettable night just to watch them dance and enjoy and share experiences one more time. This is the story of $130 billion Indian wedding industry. Because it is not always about the expense, but it is about the investment in joy, in connection, and in experiences that far outlive every single dollar or rupee. So the next time you're at an Indian wedding, look past the decor and drama and pause for a second to realize that you're not just watching a celebration, but you're watching an economic miracle that no business school can teach. Because an Indian wedding never runs on strategy or spreadsheets. It runs entirely on love. And if this realization made you feel a little more magical and special, do not forget to share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Like this video if it was worth your time, and subscribe to this channel where we bring many such stories like this one, where the numbers are fascinating, but the human beings behind them are even more so. See you in the next one.